So, okay, class, we're now on the second part of our module. No, harap na ta sa ang slide nga naubra ko is on the ascertaining the system. So we have here, you must hold your module at, as of this time, no, samtang and sa even man guro sa iban nga subjects class, no, if you're watching the video that I'm sending to you, no, you must also grabe tag ano ni ng mix bang Ilonggo. Ay, ano bala, nabulol na ko. You must refer man sa inyong module, no, while ako nagaklase sa video, no, nagalantaw ka mo sa video, katupad ka mo calculator, kapit ka mo ballpen, papel, and ang module para may reference ka mo. So wala ko na include ni ang part nga risk assessments and auditing priorities, no. So we had it ding ginbutang the the chief audit executive should establish risk-based plans to determine the priorities of the internal audit activity consisting with the organization's goals. So ara na to sa risk-based auditing. So ang do ginabase lang aton audit is ara na sa risk, no. The higher the risk, the dira tama put up sa aton nga attention sa aton nga audit, no. We assess the risk. So assess the risk ara na sa class sa inyo, assessing the risk and internal control sa inyong audit theory, no. Ano dang libro nga ara sa inyo, but I suggest, wala man ko gapabakal, pero I suggest dapat may ara ka muna book ni Cabrera about auditing theory kay Jekyll, no, damo-damo na lansiran. Ginobra, kabalo ka mo class, samon sa una, sa auditing theory. I don't know if sa inyo, ang audit theory nga subject is ano, gini pampatulog, gini ko no sa una. Actually, class, ang pinaka-nabudlayan ko gid ka subjects, no, sa una, ang may theory, gid yan, no. Ang, ano ni, theory of accounts, bot na lang gid, no. Tuwa nyo na, ang tapos ang auditing theory, dumatulog ko ni sa una, but basta theory, pero kung sa computation, okay man gid do nag-ano, bido gana ang utok ko once computation na. We're dealing with numbers na. You know naman si Miss Char. Ako sa una, I want to be a mathematics teacher gidya kay kanami gid tudlo math, no, algebra. Napigid. Basta hindi lang hindi lang geometry. Lainan ko na sa drawing dayon may math. Separate lang yung drawing man ko, math man ko. Pero hindi kita mo nakasagad-sagad sa math. Miss nga wala ka nagpa-engineering. Hindi ko yung mag-engineering. Kung mag-engineering ko, magna-agad ko. No, magna 9 years sa college. Okay, kung natamaan man tas ang wait. Record pa ko, wait. Okay, record pa ko. Kaya nag-flash sa screen ko ang files, no? Nag-share mo ko sa akong PowerPoint. Balik na to. Hindi na ko gani. Okay, kung matamaan man ko bisa math, yung gumango man ko sang suma-suma da sang tangent ng ano nang drawing pag ara lang tayo sa find the value of x. Find the value of y. We're always finding the value of x. Why na iya value? Bate. So, mga klase, gina-check ko kamo. So, ara na ta, no? We're done with number 1. Balik na ta sa module, gani. So, the internal audit activities plan of engagement should be based on a risk assessment undertaken at least annually. So, to develop an audit plan, the risk assessment evaluates the key factors that create risk for the organization and assess two fundamental factors. So mag-assess kita sa risk, no? We evaluate the key factors kung naaara na siya nga risk, anong nag-create siya nga risk, no? So we have two fundamental factors, no? Assesses two fundamental factors. The potential impact of a risk occurrence, no? Na ano ang impact sinang risk kag the likelihood of that occurrence. Okay, so muna siyang risk assessment and auditing priorities. So we're now on the ascertaining the system. So we ascertain the system. Okay, systems-based auditing relies on evaluating the whole system, no? Anong systems ang company na evaluate na, no? That's a systems-based auditing. So of risk management and internal control which ensures operational objectives will be achieved. So this task can only be performed where the systems are being considered are properly understood. So hindi kita ka systems-based auditing kung wala ta naintindihan ng systems ang company, wala ta kabalo kung paano na nila gina-authorize ang ilang mga documents, paano na gina-process ang mga amuning mga business process nila. Di ta na ma-audit kung wala ta na naintindihan. So muna sa so which in turn relies on the auditor's ability to document the system efficiently. Okay, so that's systems-based auditing. So we have several alternative methods, no, in ascertaining the system. We have number 1, narrative. So sa name pa lang, na-take up yun naman ni Guru kung ano ni siyang narrative, block diagrams, and flowchart. So for narrative, no, a simple descriptive overview. Glean directly from the interviews. Excuse me, anay class ha, kay may nagapanuktok na naman. Wait lang gid, wait lang gid. May nagsulod. Dali lang. Kabalo na kamo class kung sino nagsulod. Ay, naku na lang gid. Okay, narrative. So, a simple descriptive overview gleaned directly from the interviews. So, it should be used wherever possible unless the level of documentation becomes too detailed to deal with it in note form. So, narrative, no, in sentence form, so narrative forms muna sa class. No, ginasulat mo na da, no, ina-document mo. Next is block diagrams. So, illustrate the main stages of the system and the relationships between components. So, block diagrams, ang yan, itsura is of course in blocks man, no, in chart na bala, no, kita nyo na sa PowerPoint, maghimo ko mo chart. No. So, system in block diagrams form. So, dinata. So, with the growing use of graphical presentation software, there is scope for attractive diagrams that can be imported into the audit report for ease of reading. So, main system stages have to be summarized for block diagrams to be of any use, although advantage is simplicity in design and ease of use. So, mas hapos intindihon na isa ka system if na butang ta siya in diagram form, no, sa drawing, so sa magbasa kita sa pagkadamo-damo nga mga words, no, kita daan bang tamaran man ko daan magbasa sa muna sa class. So next is flowchart. So flowchart, kita naman kamo flowchart. So this should be used sparingly and only where absolutely necessary. So because of time constraints and a move away from basic operational detail, you have limited use. So si flowchart ni tsuraya do may mga arrows, no, nga muna sa drawing may mga arrows, no. So where sensitive systems such as pre-signed check, ordering, use, and dispatch must be carefully accounted for, monitored, and controlled at all stages, detailed flow charts will be probably required. So if ara na kamo sa inyo accounting information system, ang mga ano nyo na bala, mga decision, ang shape na for decision is diamond, dayon if manual process, di ko na kala sa ulo kay lala, hindi ko na mapuslan sa mga musin, ano, block counting system through ano na, mga pictures ina, arang mga shapes na document ng adong shape ya do amo na siya, basta mo na. So, no, muna siya ang methods in ascertaining understanding the system. So, next is the evaluation. So, evaluation may be seen as the most important stage in an audit review, since this provide an opportunity for auditors to apply professional creativity to the fullest. Tababalaan if creative si auditor hindi sa evaluation. So ano ang mga gina-take up ta? So wait. So the audit opinion and recommendations should flow from the system's weaknesses identified during the system's evaluation. So audit testing routines are carried out to confirm the regional evaluation in terms of the application of controls and effects of control weaknesses. So ano nga to nga gina-take up ng mga actions no when we do evaluation. So I have here the figure 9.9, the evaluation process. So we have the problems, no? Then we understand no what are the implications ng sino nga mga problems. And we also, after that, after identifying the implications of these problems, we identify what are the underlying causes of these problems. So once maabalaan ta na ang rason sa sina nga mga problems, no? Then we deal with the causes and we make recommendations. So what are we going to take in order to solve this problem, no? We already know the implications, we already know the causes. Now we're on the step of making recommendations. So that is our evaluation process. So next is the testing strategy. So you have a testing sampling techniques ara sa inyong chapter. I don't know kung ano na chapter, hindi ko na masaulo ang mga chapters sa audit theory. Mga testing strategies. Now you have there the walkthrough compliance. We'll take this up one by one. Okay, so we have your testing strategies. Now first is define the test objective. Then we perform the test. After performing the test, we interpret the results. Then if we already interpreted the results, we determine the impact on our audit objectives and we determine the next steps. So we have here, okay, wala ko nabutang. So we have balik sa module. So first is to define the test objective. So there must be a clear reason for performing the test. So why are you going to perform that test? That must be clear, no? Answer dira, inyong answer dira must be clear, no? So there must be a clear reason why you perform that test. Next is define the testing strategy. So how test objectives are achieved is determined by testing strategy. This lists the tests required and groups them to aid their efficient execution. So ano yung mga testing strategies nga gamiton, no? Before you perform the test. Then you formulate an audit program. The testing strategy can be defined in more detail and form an audit program of work para may sulundan ka sa imong mga lubrahon. Next is you perform the test. That's our second step sa aton illustration. So the detailed work of performing the test is the main part of the testing process. So the key point is that there is a tendency for the test objective to be lost in the vast amount of work that may be required during the test performance stage. Next is to schedule the evidence. The results of testing should be summarized and fed into the report and be cross-referenced in the working papers. Later on, we'll be discussing about working papers. Ano na ang itsura sina? Paano obrahon ng working papers? Okay. Next is you interpret the results. So the meaning of what is found feeds into the testing strategy. If we examine a series of performance reports for indications of misleading information being provided, we must have set criteria against which to measure findings. We must consider whether what was found inaccurate and have access to a suitable model to make this judgment. So nag-test na ta, no, we interpret the results, no, if there are some or ang aton nga gin-test nga mga documents, no, ginpaagyan ginpaagyan naton sang test, no, if they have misleading information nga ginahatag, no? Dira taman na mabalaan. Next is we determine the impact on our objective. So the link back to the original objective should be firmly in place so that we take the mass of data and decide what it means for the audit. So is it relevant sa aton audit objective ang results ng aton nga test? So amna sa aton nga answeran, no? If we perform our audit is okay. Next is determine the next step. So taking into account all that has been found, no, the outcome may be to extend the testing routines into greater detail or other areas, or ask management to look into particular problem. So after determining impact sa aton audit objectives, if you feel nga do kulang pagid, no, ang aton nga performance to sang aton nga testing strategy nga gin-apply, if you feel nga kulang, so what are your next step? Maybe dugangan ta ang aton nga ang aton nga ginatest, no, or mangkot na kita sa management, no, to look into particular problems. So we have here the 4 types of test. Now, one is walkthrough. So this involves taking a small sample of items that are traced through the system to ensure that the auditor understands the system. So when you walk through, you go inside the system. Muna sang walkthrough, nagsulod ka. So ang drawing sinadira, no, if you have a rectangle, no, drawing ka mo da, you have a rectangle. Then ang rectangle na, that's the system. That's the system of the company. So when you walk through, nagsulod ka sa system, naglusot ka to. So kita na ang line, naglusot ka sa rectangle, naglusot ang arrow, no? That's walkthrough, no? Nagsulod ka, nagkuha ka sample of items, then gin-trace mo through the system, no? To ensure that the auditor understands the system. So nagamit gid saya, no? Nagsulod sa system, naggamit sa sang computer, no? Kuha siya sample, then go into the system. Next is compliance. This determines whether key controls are adhered to, no? There is adherence, no, sa compliance. So it uncovers non-compliance or unclear procedures. Dira mo bala that there are non-compliances or there are compliances. So if key controls are not being applied and this is not compensated for by the system, they become reclassified as weak controls. Next is substantive. This determine whether control objectives are being achieved. So nabalanta naman. So anong meaning sa control objectives, no? So sa substantive, we will know there that whether our control objectives are achieved. So weak controls imply objectives will not be achieved. So if weak ang control, most probably di mo ma-achieve ang imong control objectives, no? So and substantive tests are designed to confirm this initial audit view on the impact of residual risk. So number 4, dual purpose. This is not a test but a recognition of the practicalities of testing controls where one may wish to combine compliance and substantive testing. Okay, an example is to examine an invoice that is certified for payment. No, examine an invoice, no, if it is certified for payment and is valid. No, nagamit ka compliance test and nagamit ka substantive test. So it would be impractical to select this invoice twice for 2 different tests to be separately applied. So dual purpose. Igo mo si compliance, igo mo man si substantive test. Okay? So that's the dual purpose. So next is the analytical review. Okay, what are these? Testing considerations. Okay. Isahan nyo na lang na klase ang mga testing considerations, management needs, previous audit cover. Intindihan na lang nasa. So next, we're on the analytical review. Oy, may chapter si analytical review sa inyong audit. So, alams na. So this involves looking at 2 or more sets of comparable information. So when you speak of analytical review, you're on the comparison, no, comparing two data, no. For example, no, say 2 years balance sheets and extracting new data that can be used to direct audit attention towards areas of particular interest. For example, no, you go to analytical review lang tamong financial statements no the company for 2 years previous year and for the current year no so you are auditing for the current year paglantaw mo sila miscellaneous lantaw mo ano unod sinisang almost 100% no nag-double ang miscellaneous for the current year no in compared to previous year so drama balan okay since kadako sang iya nga increase so drama mo no, by using analytical review to ano ka na though you will have an idea kung diin ikaw focus sa imo audit no not just on miscellaneous but on other parts man on other accounts man nga nakita mo there is a large amount of variances nga imo gakakita so mo na siyang makita mo sa analytical review so that can be used to direct audit attention towards areas of particular interest so testing techniques okay so we have here testing techniques so first is reperformance excuse me rechecking a calculation or procedure can give evidence as to its reliability muna siya class ang pinakakapoy nga gina-recalculate mo na-check mo mga balances if it's correct no if it's reliable possible lagi na force balance lang kagi ka muna no never knows no to force balance gida no reperformance to reperform mo ang procedure no to check if it's reliable second is observation this is the easiest part you observe no ginalantaw mo ang how a procedure how a process is performed no, corroboration having facts from one area confirmed by reference to another party so when you corroborate no ang mga data na nakuha mo sa imo nga gina-audit is you confirm it to another party no third party na confirm mo na sakto ni siya usually example if you audit the cash no of course you have the bank statements provided by the bank dayon may gin-report da si client no amon balance of cash as of year end so padalaan mo na when you corroborate you want to confirm if that balance cash balance is truly muna siya ang balance gid as of year end no so you corroborate with the bank sendan mo letter si bank this is from muni nga audit external audit na naging explain ko sama na sa class na from intindihan nyo no sister as external auditor na amon ginobra no corroboration gina-confirm mo ang amount or ang cash balance ni client as of year end. So usually ginapadala na namon letter si bank no ang ginasulatan namon. So we are from audit firm of blah blah blah. We want to confirm if the cash balance of client name is this. No? Then hatag to sa bank manager ni kung ano na nga bangko no ni client. So if magbalik ina nga may perma tapos may sulat nila kung pila ang bank balance so muna sa corroborate okay confirm nga mo nila cash balance okay next is analytical review mo to siya gina you look on the trends changes no you compare there is comparison of data next is inspection so this is a formal way of observing physical attributes against a set criterion so when you inspect you have a criteria na documented then when you check nang isa-isa mo okay check on criteria if sakto so that's inspection then reconciliation the process of balancing one set of figures back to another so an example of this is your bank reconciliation which is my very very favorite bank reconciliation and proof of cash Wag na class ang pinaka nga budlay-budlay gina sa akon sang college dayon sang pag-review ko kag pag-ubra ko una sang pinakahapos-hapos di class mapiyungan mo lang klase ubra. Kutikalon kay mison. Pero tuod man class, bank reconciliation and proof of cash, nami gina saya audit of cash, o pinakanamit. Pamuyo ko na sa una sang nag-share na naman ko. Pamuyo ko na sa una sang ko ako board exam taning magwa sa board exam audit of cash, audit of inventories. Ano pa gito? Audit of basta hindi lang gid na yung mga investments yan, hindi mo gid ko daya mapuslan. Or wala lang yan. Or base kung magbasa ko sa mga investments, maintindihan ko na. Pero ako na compare sa fair value mo na. PPE, kanamit gid na mo ginang pinakanamitan ko PPE. Pag share capital o goods bonds share capital. Basta mo na sa class. Share ko lang na si bank reconciliation kay isang lainggid man if naka nakaobra ka na tapos you are ka na sa reconciliation. Namit kita class. The process of balancing one set of figures back to another. So if you have questions about bank reconciliation or proof of cash, chat nyo lang si Miss para mabuligan ko kamo ng pag book to bank to book. Di nyo na ay class kinanglan sa uluhon ng formula sina intindihon lang gina ang natabo na ma-reconcile mo na sila dayon. So easy. Next is expert opinion. Aga pamangkot ka sa expert mga attorneys, mga engineers, no? If related na sa engineering ang inyong gina-audit, no? You confirm from third party as accountants hindi tanan nga sciences, no, and disciplines kabalo kita. So we also need expert opinion man, no? Okay. Next is interview. Of course, interview. Chinihan nyo na. Review published reports and research. Nabasa nyo na. An independent confirmation, an obvious source of evidence is to get someone to independently agree to define facts. Also, related to corroboration. And receiving the service as a client, you have mathematical models, questionnaires, comparison lang muna siya sa analytical review. Then user satisfaction surveys. So that's some of our testing techniques. Okay, we're at the end of our presentation. Topics nga wala ito nako is okay, evidence and working papers. Audit working paper. Statistical sampling, then reporting. Una lang nang wala tanakwa, no? Three topics: audit working paper, sampling, and audit report. Objectives of the audit report. When we're done with the fieldwork. Okay, class. So, if you see sa atong topics, no, liwat, no, to end this video. If you see some of our topics nga ara na sa audit nga this nakita ko ni ara sa chapter 6, no, consideration of internal control, we must read that. Kay kita as internal auditors, no, we focus on internal controls. Okay, so as what I have said, hindi pag-limit inyo knowledge sa module, di tanan mo butang sa kung ibutang tanan kundi atag na lang ko sa inyo libro. Same sa Japan, tanay naghatag na lang ko sa inyo libro if that's the case. So na i-guide ko lang kamo kung ano nyo tunan. So you have here, okay, audit sampling. Kadto tabala sa ano. I know you have this book. Amo man igurugin gamit nyo sa inyo audit theory. So you have okay, audit planning, pero ara lang tayo sa you can go back sa audit risk, pero hindi waitan na yan sa computation, ha? May mga RMM na da mo. Okay, check to RMM. Sige, pataka lang kuha ka. No? Audit risk, analytical procedures, planning documentation, then consideration of internal control. Okay, performing substantive test. So that's chapter 8. Chapter 6, consideration of internal control. Part of chapter 5, ng audit planning, part lang. Then audit sampling. Okay? Audit sampling. You can have completing the audit. So audit reports and financial statements, hindi tada ha. Kay si ang mga nagagamit sini sa mga unmodified report is external lang. Unmodified, modified, disclaimer. Maging isa pa gid. Okay, so chapter 9, audit sampling. You can review that. Performing substantive test, that's chapter 8. Then chapter 6, consideration of internal control and part of chapter 5. So, siya class ang inyo to broaden your knowledge about our topic nga ara sa module. Okay, hindi na man ko da maglayo ah. Okay, class, thank you and hope you're doing well as of the moment. Have a nice day ahead, class. God bless you.